Hi my beautiful lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is going to be this glam makeup look. So to start off with, I've already filled out my brows, but to clean out the edges, I'm going to use the Lakme 9 to 5 foundation and Wet n Wild Photo Focus concealer. And using a flat synthetic brush, I'm just going to clean out the edges and give a sharp look to my brows. I'm currently enjoying the 9 to 5 foundation mixed with Photo Focus concealer because it not only gives me coverage but also it blends nicely into my skin because the foundation is like my skin tone color. I take most of my time doing my brows because it is like the main element of framing your face and it just brings entire look together. Eyebrows and lashes are the two things that kind of makes the look complete. Now moving to the primer, I'm using the PAC Studio Oil Primer. This is like one of my favorite primers. I have shown this in multiple favorites videos of mine and I'm just going to apply this all over my face. For the foundation, I'm going to use the Sugar Cosmetics Reach for Coverage Foundation. I have done a dedicated review video on this on my IGTV. So if you want, I'll link that in the description box. You can go ahead and check it out. In short, it is a nice full coverage foundation and it is matte, like extremely matte. So if you want a little dewiness, I would recommend you to apply a nice hydrating primer underneath, like a PAC oil primer or something that just kind of brings everything together and gives a nice flawless finish. Moving to the concealer, for that I'm using my e.l.f 16-hour camo concealer. This one is in the shade Tan Sand. I'm running out of this concealer at the moment. I'm trying to pull out the last few drops and bits of it from the wand. I want to keep my under eyes like full heavy coverage because I'm going for a quite smoky look. Because I'm almost running out of this concealer, I'm not so happy with the coverage, so I'm actually going to apply another concealer on top of this one to get the utmost full high coverage underneath the eyes. And for that I'm using my PAC Take Cover Concealer. This one is in the shade Yellow. It's not the highest coverage concealer, but added on top of the e.l.f Camo Concealer, it kind of gives a nice full coverage that I'm aiming for. So I'm pretty happy with how it looks at the moment. To set everything in place, I'm going to use the Nykaa All Day Matte Compact. And to sculpt out my cheekbones, I'm going to use the Sugar Cosmetics Face Palette. This one is in the shade Vivid Victory. I'm only going to use the contour or the bronzer shade from in here because for the blush, I'm going to use the Cuffs and Lashes Just Say Cheese Blush Palette. I'm going to use this warm terracotta kind of a shade because the overall look that I'm aiming for is kind of more towards warm tone and I want a nice warm blush to go with it. Moving to the eyes, I'm firstly going to prime my eyelids. For that, I'm going to use the Alamar Cosmetics Eyelid Primer. I got mine from a Boxy Charm a couple of months back. So if you're interested, I'll leave its link in the description box. And the first step of this eye makeup is to create a black base. For that, I'm going to use SERY Cosmetics eyeshadow stick. This one is in the shade Night. I've just randomly smudged a little bit on my eyelid. I'm going to use my finger to smooth out the edges and look like an even base. You don't have to worry a lot about the shape or anything. You just have to make sure that you have a nice canvas. And then just wipe off your fingers because that black eyeshadow, you don't want it to smear and smudge all over your face and ruin your base makeup. So just clear off your fingers before going further. For the eyeshadow palette, I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Tropical Carnival palette. I'm going to focus with these two shades first. So I'm going to take the darker red shade all over the lid. And the best way to apply this shade on top of that cream crayon is to use a stamping motion. So do not swipe the brush on your lid because that will just create a lot of mess and there will not be enough pigmentation. Just kind of stamp the brush on top of the crayon so that it gives an intense pigmentation. I'm using the tip of a pencil brush with just a little bit of that orange shade and smudging the black so that it has a diffused edges and doesn't look that harsh. Clean off the edges of the wing. I'm using a concealer and a concealer brush and just cleaning off the edges of the wing so that it looks nice and structured, and then setting it with the Nykaa All Day Matte Compact. Here I'm going to intensify the red shade all over my eyelid so that it looks nice and vibrant. And towards the inner corner, I'm applying a metallic shade. It's a champagne toned metallic shade. It's the highlighter that I have used. It's the Swiss Beauty Fusion highlighter. And then tight lining my waterline, curling my lashes, and will be applying falsies. So I want this look to be nice and dramatic, so I've used the Myra style falsies from Rufa Beauty. As the eyes are extremely dramatic, I'm going for a lip tint for my lips. This is the Just Herb lip tint. This one is in the shade Rose Coral, and then topping it off with the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme just to have a little bit of a glossy effect to the overall lips. Here I'm just choosing some nice blingy earrings to finish off the look. And for the hair, I kind of like the half up down look with this Desi style. So I'm just going to pin half of my hair up and leaving half down. That's pretty much it, guys. If you want to see a few close-up shots, I have posted them on my Instagram, so do check out my Instagram. And all the products that I have used in this video will be mentioned in the description box. I hope you guys like this video. If you do, please do hit like and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification to get notified whenever I upload a new video. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys soon in my next one.